Hello for attempt number 2 at doing these annotation sprints. If you have managed to make it over here from the other attempt at this, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for the messing around. I will figure this out, I promise. I appreciate your patience. So today's sprints are not normal sprints. They are annotation sprints, so I've set them up slightly differently. So we'll actually only be doing one actual sprint today because we'll be finishing in time for Jen to do her Reset-a-thon sprints at 7 p.m. UK time. So we'll be going there from here. But first of all, we'll be doing a little bit of chat about annotation, whether you annotate, whether you don't annotate, whether you want to annotate but just haven't found like your groove with it yet. Let me know in the comments where you're at with annotation. If you're not wanting to annotate but just want to hang out for the vibes, that's also perfectly welcome and appreciated. So yeah, thank you for being here again. And I'm just going to keep saying thank you for your patience with me because I am not being patient with myself right now and I need to figure out how to be. So yeah, let me see. While I chill myself out, I'm going to do a few comments. Hello, Donna. Hello, Swank. Happy Cheese Fondue Day. Happy 8-track tape day. Oh, okay. Happy Poutine Day. Sorry. There's a story behind that reaction. Don't worry about it. We're calling you. I'm so sorry, Swang. Thank you for popping on over here. I didn't know, like, I was just like, I kicked myself out of the studio and I was like, this was not my plan. Hey, Swank from TD. And we're back. We are back. Thank you for the Grinch check, Livia. Hi, Dee from Swank. Hi from Viviana. Hello, my love. Hello again, Nina. Thank you for finding your way over here. I am back, Livia. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Avka, hello, lovely. Happy Friday to you too. We'll be eating while you're sprinting, but once done, we'll read and annotate my book. Nice. Not annotating tonight because I need to learn lines. Oh, interesting. What are you learning lines for? Tell us. Tell us all the things. I don't annotate books. No problem. I'm here to learn. Yay. I don't annotate, but I'm interested in it. Plus, to hang out with you is always the best. Ditto. I'm here for the vibes and learning about annotating. Cool. Hello, Alex, love. Having you on in the background for comfort. Oh, hugs. We're all sending you feeling better vibes. Alex isn't feeling well today. Thank you, Evka. I don't feel like it, but I know I will look back at this and be like, look at all these challenges and we got through them, you know? We smashed through some of them. Just saying. No annotations here, no problem, Viviana. I'm annotating for the first time this month. Yay. Oh, are you doing it for a try something new prompt for Reset-a-thon? Here to learn as well. Yay. Hi, Jen. We'll be coming over to you straight from here. I mark those bitches up with no remorse. Where's my highlighter? I want to get into annotation. I've got as far as buying book tabs, choosing some for some books, and marking some text with tabs only, no writing. See, and this is what I want to, one of the biggest things that I wanted to show in this session is that there are lots of different ways of annotating. You don't have to be writing on your books, because I think a lot of people, that freaks a lot of people out, and that's like a big no for a lot of people. And I just want to show the different options, and also talk a little bit about why I'm a fan of annotating, if that makes sense. At some point, I have some like scientific research that I've checked out. I sound really intelligent right now. It's not like that. Don't be getting too high expectations of me. But yeah, there is some like proven benefits to annotating as well, and not just for educational purposes. So I want to share them as well, but that's not on today's agenda. I'm keeping each one kind of pared down to like just a couple of like key points that we can really like dig into together, kind of thing. I have started annotating Iron Ring with pencil, and I'm enjoying it. First book I've ever written in. Well done, Alex. I feel like that's a big like hurdle to get over for some people. Definitely it was for me. You fixed the sound though. We fixed it. It's been a journey. You did not see my other comment from the last video, but I commented when we were content planning. I was like, shh, I'm supposed to be content planning with you, but here I am instead. Naughty Donna. I'll use this sprint for organising all the stationery that I have to annotate and to choose the colours of the tabs. I love that plan. Hello everyone again from Livia. I'm glad you had a second attempt. I lost track of time and didn't join the first, but YouTube told me about this one. Oh, YouTube, seriously? I mean, I'm glad it was the second one that it told you about. But still, like, it's really frustrating that YouTube doesn't consistently notify, you know? Why is that difficult? I don't understand. Someone needs to explain this to me. I'm currently soft annotating Death Valley, which is mostly using one highlighter, no writing and no tabs. I've seen your attempt at soft annotating, Donna. Oh, I'm learning lines for my amateur musical group. This year we will be performing the musical Rent. Nice. And for anyone who knows the show, I will be playing the role of Joanne. Yay, that's really exciting. Hello, Maxie. Was on the phone with my mum. I'm not an annotating person, but I see sprints and here I am. We lured you in anyway. Donna, from seeing that book, I could not call it soft annotating. Hermie loving your grumpy bear in the background. Yeah. Which one? I've got a few. Hang on. The one that you can hear is probably Daisy. Well, oh, hang on. No, this one I've just clicked on. My Frankenstein Care Bear. Cute, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Got distracted. No one's surprised. Well, I use Post-its on my books, and so I'm kind of it is annotating. You know how some people will try and tell you that audiobooks are not reading. People will tell you that certain things are not annotating. I disagree wholeheartedly. I feel like there's shades of annotating, there's ways of annotating, and it's flexible to work for the way you read, if that makes sense. Outside of my head. So yeah, like, you are annotating with Post-its. That's all good. It's all good. And with my ebooks, I'm always highlighting things that I like or hate and words I don't know. I do that one as well, the words I don't know. And then I forget to go back and look. One day I'll remember. Ivka, congratulations on the part. I'm a theatre major. Molly, before starting in Iron Flame, I only used tabs as well. Yeah, and I think just using tabs or using something that isn't going to leave a lasting impression on your book is that in between, you know, is that going to keep your book in good condition, but you're still going to get the benefits of annotating from it, kind of thing. Theatre kid here, love that, congratulations. Something I'd like to learn is ways of organizing lots of book tabs. Yeah, and that's another idea that I had for like another session, because I feel like I could go on a long ass time about that, because it's something that I struggled with a lot, and I still do sometimes depending on the book. Just got out of the doctors, now going to grab a few bits from the shop. Hope the doctors went well, Hearn. What my soft is still not soft from it. Yeah, it's not. The cover. Donna, isn't it yesterday's book with all the highlights? Yes, it is, Maxine. I'm getting into highlighting when reading on screen. I use Readwise, which shows me highlights later. I like that. I think I've used Readwise for something. I think it was when I was at college, though. So I can't really remember. Hello, Christina. How are you? Hello, Jean. How are you? Oh, no. Hope you feel better soon. Hubs is here listening because we're eating, and he was like, the first thing I thought of when you say Grumpy Bear is he thought of Matt. Are you a Grumpy Bear, Matt? Yep, he says yeah. That's soft annotating, sure. We all have different levels of what we mean by soft annotating. But to be fair, actually, I get it. Having seen other things that Donna has annotated and comparing them, I do get why Donna calls it soft annotating. But I don't think many other people would call it soft at all. Hi, Donna from Christina. And we've got all the reminders, the hydration, the snacking, the laundry, the meds, stretching, showing the love to the like button, and sub and ring that bell. And we've had a perfect example of how ringing that bell to get notified is a hopeful situation. Hi, Christina from Donna. Hi, Jean from Christina. Hi, Shauna from Christina. Thank you so much, Svang from Avka. Hi, Jean. So sorry that you're not feeling well, from Livia. Hi, Swank, Molly, Alex, Maxie, Avka, Livia, Lily, Dee Dee, Jen, and Nina from Christina. Hi, Christina from Livia. All the lurkers and everyone I missed included. Thank you so much, Maxie from AFK. No annotating for me. Still feels wrong unless it is a textbook, but more power to you. Exactly. We all have our preferences. Hi, Christina, Livia, and Lily from Swank. Hello and welcome back. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for your patience and still finding me. Christina, and all the hearts from Dee Dee. I did add attempt to the spreadsheet too. Oh, thanks, Christina. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. Hi, Christina from Alex. And Paul says hello to everyone. Hello, lovely. Hi, Christina from Afka. Okay. So I feel calmer now that I've chatted with you guys. So let's start with, okay, hang on. Let me grab my annotation box, which I should have grabbed earlier in preparation for this, but I did not. So we'll just pretend like I did. Okay. Now, you're about to see what caused all the kerfuffle in terms of... Oh no, now we've got low battery. This is a day, guys. This is a day. Luckily, the charger was right there. Is it plugged in though? Hopefully. Okay, so we've got here my little tabs, and these are all the things that I like to use for annotating. You can see that I've got lots of different colors. I'm not the biggest fan of these ones, but I think I would use these ones more for what's the word I'm looking for? Like textbooks and stuff like that. If I was using a textbook for anything, I've obviously have attempted to use them. I don't like the dot effect on the edge of the page. Honestly, it's a personal preference thing. But then I do like these full color ones. I do need to order more. I'm running low. But then I also like these cute little cat post-its. Now, these are the ones, if you ever buy post-its and they're just rubbish quality, you know, when you take them off and they do that curly thing, and then when they stick, they don't actually stick. These are perfect for annotating. I tell you why, because you won't use them for nothing else, because they don't stick to nothing. So they're not a post-it. But they are great for when you've got a page in a book. Let's just randomly pick a page. Now, say I wanted to highlight this whole section. This whole section is going to have several different points in it that I am thinking about when I highlight it. So I'll highlight it, or I'll just mark it on the side. Or if you prefer not to mark your books at all, then you don't have to. But then I'll just use one of these to actually, I'll either just bullet point. I do usually bullet point, to be honest, because I feel like for annotation, if I annotate a book, it's because I want to remember the details, the thoughts that I have. These are things that are supposed to trigger my memory rather than the full memory, if that makes sense. So I do tend to bullet point, but you could quite easily just have a thought per post-it. So that's why I have them. And then my other things that I use for annotating are highlighters. I usually use the mild liners or the Tombos. I do like them. I do have a bit of a preference for them. But I do also quite like, depending on the paper, these Zig Clean Colour Fs. Because they're double-ended, and that's supposed to be like a big... Oh, hang on, let me just do the beauty YouTuber thing. They're supposed to be like a dot thing, but I use them for underlining, because now this is the bit that I find tricky to explain. So there'll be things that I want to underline that I need to remember the concept behind, and I tend to use the thicker end for that. But if I've got a thin end, it's just a quote or like a funny moment or a character thing that I just really adore, kind of thing. So, I mean, that's going into quite heavy detail, and this is supposed to be like a beginner's guide almost. But that's them. And then the only other tools that I would say I have for annotating purposes specifically is, let me just grab my Kobo, is I do have a Kindle, but I prefer my Kobo, and this is the book I'm reading at the moment, The Eighth Life, and this is the only extra thing that I need for annotating on this. I'll quickly show you what I mean. So if I press the button on the side, I can highlight and then rub out with that end, or I can use it as a normal pen, which I can like adjust the width of and the colour if I want to. I can just write notes. Laura was here. Oh, I'm pressing the button by accident. Was here. So yeah. So yeah. So they're the only tools that I personally use for annotating. Okay. So they're the tools that I use for annotating. And then the other thing that I wanted to just quickly chat about were the different types of annotating. So we've already touched on it pretty much to some degree, obviously. Was it Christina that mentioned about only annotating if it's a textbook? I feel like annotating probably historically came from studying. It was like obviously a technique because it does help memory. It does help like the learning process. So I think that's probably, I don't know this for sure, don't quote me on it, but don't highlight and quote. But yeah, I think it's probably from there. But the types of annotating, in my opinion, are the learning kind for academic textbooks. There is also a slight variation for me for non-fiction books, because I tend to, let me show you examples. It might be easier. Okay, so this is, ooh, luckily you couldn't see the annotation cam then because I wobbled the hell out of it. Okay, so here's an example of a non-fiction that I have. Oh, come back, stop freezing on me. Hopefully it's not freezing for you guys. Annotated the heck out of. By the way, if you do have any questions along the way, feel free to pop them in the comments because I will be hopefully answering questions. If I don't know the answers, I'll know who does, hopefully. Okay, so then in the beginning, I'll always put like what do you call this again? Matt, what do you call this? Key. A key in the beginning. So I've obviously put what colour it is and what it represents. So then I can just, if I'm looking for a particular quote and I'm coming back to it, or a particular piece of information, I'll know obviously which colour it will come under, and then I can just go through and just find whatever it is. So like if it was this quote, for instance, I'd just be like, okay, so there it is. Wow, I'm so good at this. Yeah, so that's what I do. I nearly always have a key when I'm using tabs. However, I have noticed recently, if we go back to Golden Sun, I haven't been using tabs. So this is an example. I've literally just been highlighting and writing my little notes. Now this, I'm partly annotating this because I'm kind of obsessed with this series, but I am also reading it as a buddy read as like a bonus buddy read in the Sips Book Club with a couple of other people. So I want to make sure that when I'm going to like put my thoughts in the Discord, I've got something to refer back to when I want to remember something specific, or if I've like started commenting about something and then I just need to double check myself or whatever, then I've just been doing that. But I will probably do the key afterwards. So, and this is something that I think a lot of people freak out slightly about if they decide, okay, I'm okay with writing in my books, I'm okay with like all of the annotation stuff, but how do I figure out my key? And then get stuck on that part and then just don't annotate because of that. There's nothing to say that you have to know what your key is before you start annotating. And there's loads of times that I've read books that I've maybe gone in and not intended on annotating straight away, but then fell in love with it straight away, realised that, well, there's a lot of damn quotes in this that I want to be able to go back to. Or there's a lot of moments in this that like mean something to me, or whatever it is. The different types of annotation to me it depends on what annotating means to you. So for me, with if I annotate a non-fiction book, it's going to be because I'm really vibing with that book. It's usually a series, not always, but usually, or it's a favorite book like The Starless Sea. I'll have already read it before and I go back and annotate on a reread rather than annotating first off. So I have an idea of the things that I'm thinking about when I'm annotating, and I go on the vibes of the book rather than having like a set system. But some people do have a set system, and they will have like automatically have in their key, where's my book with the key in it, that one, they will have like let me just grab that again. So they will have, like, I nearly always have a sources tab in a non-fiction. And depending on the subject, I often have a misconceptions, language and culture section. But the rest is very dependent on the book itself. So this one, My Joy tab, that is very specific to this book because it is about euphoria, specifically towards gender, but it is about joy. So I knew straight away this was, even though it's at the bottom, it was probably the first one that I thought, okay, specifically I need this tab in this book. So yeah, and honestly, these tabs that I've got my joyful moments are ones that you probably, you know what, I'm not going to look right now because it'll probably make me cry. Moving swiftly on. So in terms of types of annotating, just to recap, there's obviously your fiction books that you want to and might want to annotate. There's also, sorry, keep forgetting to switch the camera. There's the fiction books, the non-fiction, and for studying purposes, and all of them things are separate. Now, in the description of this video, you will not find the resources that I've collected yet because of the kerfuffle at the beginning, but I will share all of the resources. There are videos that I've seen from people that have done really in-depth videos about annotating. I've done an annotating video. Donna's done one. I'm pretty sure Donna's done one. Donna, have you done an annotating video? Let me know. I feel like you have, or you're planning on it. I can't remember which way round that is. But there'll definitely be lots of resources. So if this has sparked interest, then there's lots of places to get inspiration from and more in-depth knowledge on. Okay, we've covered all the stuff that I wanted to cover. If you have any questions, obviously let me know. But look at that. I've made pretty good time considering the kerfuffle. We'll just call it the kerfuffle from now on. So yeah, I just need to grab the timer. Let me do that. Hang on. No, I need that layout. No, I don't. Sorry, 2 moments. Sorry about this. Okay. No, why is it doing that? I was going to have my annotation cam up so you could see me annotating. Okay, maybe I will add that in after, but in the meantime, I will just grab a timer, which I also do not have prepared. Surprise, surprise. We'll have the kitty cats. Let me just share that. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Oh, you can see my annotation. Sorry, me being completely blind there. Let me just change that. We're going to do a 45. Yes, we're going to do a 45-minute sprint, and then let me just move that out the way of the kitty because we need to see the kitty. We'll do a 45-minute sprint, and then we'll come back and do a last little chat and a Q&A about sprinting. I need this sprint. Thanks, DD. That's one of the ones that I had in my list, the Nicole one. Okay, have a great sprint, everybody. Hello, hello. How was that sprint for you guys? I really needed that sprint. I needed to get out of my own head for a bit. So I enjoyed that. I think maybe my camera was maybe a little bit too close. So you maybe couldn't see very well if you were looking to see what I was annotating. Then let me know, because if I do this again, I obviously want to adjust what I'm doing to make sure that it's working well. We've got no Grinches. Can we have a Grinch check, please? So yeah, so let me know how you got on, what you did with that sprint, and any annotation questions, etc. Or tips, if you want to share some tips. Thanks, Swank. Thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks, Dee Dee. Oh, hang on. Thanks, everyone. They've all come in at the same time. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Hopefully this different setup was fun, useful. I don't know. But I've enjoyed hanging out with you as always. So if nothing else, hopefully we've had fun. Let me see where we were in the comments. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, I got a couple of chapters read of Golden Sun. I did some more annotating. I think I've broken my book as well. I think there's pages coming out near the back. I don't dare look properly, but I'm going to have to. No! I hate when that happens. I think that's a problem with the binding that's done that, because I haven't been mistreating it. So that is so frustrating. Never mind. It's okay. It will all be fine. Hello, Claire. Still feeling unwell. Oh, glad that we could keep you company at least. Hope you feel better soon, from Christina. Livia says, hi, Swank, Alex, Paul, Avka, Alicia, Dee Dee, Donna, and everyone I missed. Hi, Claire, from Livia and the hearts from... We'll just add hearts to all of these hellos and stuff, because I keep forgetting to say them. To Livia from Dee Dee. Claire, in the same boat or bed, sending hugs from Alex. Livia and the hearts, that they were from Donna and Alex. The cat post-it is so cute. It is. They're my favourite. For anyone that joined during that sprint, this is what we were referring to. Hang on, I've got a few different ones actually. I've got them ones as well, and them ones. I think them ones might be my favourite ones. I think that's all of them. Hi Glenda, how are you? Click on the like button. Thanks, Glenda. Hi Glenda from Maxie. Hi Maxie and Glenda from Livia. I do use transparent post-its sometimes. Yeah, I've seen them. I've heard hit and miss things about them. I've heard a few people say that it's hard to find a pen that'll work on them. So clearly, if you're using them well. So like, let me know what pen you use, because I think I would quite like to try the transparent post-its, but until I know which pen works on them, I'm not going to go there. Hi, Livia from Maxie. I don't like those half dot tabs either. Same. Oh yeah, Dee Dee, sorry. I thought for some reason I read your name as Viviana. I use them to create sections and signpost pages. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. When you're dividing them up ready for buddy reads and stuff like that. It's a great idea. I had transparent post-its for my books at uni because I don't like writing in my books. Hi Glenda. I think it's even more important actually. I get it with, like, obviously I'm someone who annotates, so like, but I also love a secondhand book. I like a book that's lived, do you know what I mean, and has a history to it, even if I don't know what that history is. So I don't mind if the pages are yellowed and the spines are cracked. I don't mind any of that. And I think that like kind of ties in with, like, I don't know, maybe you guys can like confirm or deny if there's a connection there at all. But with uni books, they're so dang expensive. Like, no, you need to be able to resell them on when you're done with them. Don't write in them. So yeah, I basically, that was a really long-winded way of saying I totally agree with that statement. Hi Glenda from Viviana. Hi Livia from Swank. Hi Glenda from Swank. I would love to be able to annotate. I just wouldn't like to write in my books. Don't write in them then. There's lots of ways to annotate. That's it. That's the word. That's the word. Is just using tabbing system enough if you want to? Of course it is. Anyway, to me, annotation. Do you know what I should have done? Hang on, I'm going to do it now. Should have looked up the exact annotate definition. There we go. Let's see what that says. Because I think how I view annotation is different, maybe. It's a verb, add note to a text or diagram giving explanation or comment. So obviously if you're sticking with that exact definition, then no. But to me, annotation is just like a tool that we use to enhance our reading. So to me, it doesn't matter if you're using tabs, writing in it, highlighting in it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, any combination of them things counts as annotation to me, if that makes sense. And I would like that to be more of a thing for other people generally as well, because I just think there's so many benefits to annotating, whether from being able to read it a different way when you go back to it and you're just going through and reading all your annotations. That in itself is like a beautiful experience. On top of that, I think it really helps with memory, especially if you're someone who reads a lot, or if you read multiple books at a time. It'll probably enhance your memories between the books as well. And it is just a lovely thing to do to me. As you can tell, I'm a big fan. Yes, Claire from TD. I have not done a full one-on-one on annotating, but I have 2 videos of my annotating. Okay, I knew you'd done something, Donna. It was there in my head. I just... Thank you for clarifying that for me. And here is my how to annotate fiction books video, because to me, I feel like I personally annotate fiction books different to how I annotate non-fiction, different to how I annotate for learning. So I never actually carried that series on. I think I intended that to be a series and to carry on doing the videos for the different things, but I clearly got distracted by other things. And this video was in my list of resources that I had ready for the video if I hadn't had craziness at the beginning. But this one is really, really good if you're someone who wants to go a little bit deeper with your understanding of books. I can't remember what method she uses, but Nicole shows a very specific kind of annotating in this video that I haven't actually fully tried it yet. I've tried aspects of it, but I haven't tried like the full system yet that she shares in this, but it was really fascinating to me. And honestly, I kind of think it's interesting even if you're not someone who's interested in annotating, if that makes sense. I just found it interesting in general. Donna's Annotate With Me, the Stylist C video. I feel like for some people, these videos are really good if you're wanting to get into annotating, but you need to like almost fully immerse yourself in the process of it, or to kind of get over that fear of it. Watching these videos is probably super helpful. Here are a few I have on my list. Here's a Cups and Thoughts video, a Sweet Tea to High Tea. Oh, I don't think I've seen some of these. I'm not recognising that title. This might be from before I was a subscriber, so I might need to watch some of these myself. Watch Donna tear up as she annotates Fourth Ring. It's been my honour. Heart dripping out. Dee Dee crying. Was that the one part near the end, Donna? Christina's asking. Christina bored there too. And yes, it was. Chose tabs for my next book and noticed details in the cover that I hadn't before. Oh, I like that. I keep changing my mind about one shade though. I find a good one still in plastic, but when I put it in the book, it doesn't look as good. I've noticed that with some of them as well, Molly, that like the colour slightly changes when you see them opaque on the pad compared to when they're no longer opaque. It changes the shade. And it's so frustrating. I chose my tabs. I'm so excited to start annotating. Yay! Yay, I'm so excited for you, Livia from Dee Dee. Molly, you could try a few pages and see how it looks with other tabs poking through. Oh yeah, like layering them. Good idea. I like that. I like that. Dee Dee, you are the queen. Just, that's it. That's the end of that sentence. Good idea, Dee Dee. And Shauna's back. Yay. Hi, Shauna from Dee Dee. I read and annotated 4 chapters. Wow, that's pretty good going. Nice. Hey, Dee Dee from Shauna. And we got to the Grinch check. Thanks, guys. Normally, when I come back off a sprint, like messages are like moving up, and it just stopped. So I think it probably glitched. I think you were probably all doing the Grinch check, and then it just decided to like put them in the chat like all at the same time. So I was having a moment there where I was thinking, oh no, they can't hear me. They don't know I'm back. Hello, Shauna from Dee Dee. Yes. Hello, Shauna, Dee Dee, and Molly from Glenda. Tried them. Hi, Christina from Shauna. Thanks so much for this sprint. I had fun. No problem, Avka. Hopefully if these are like fun, then next time I'll do it for longer so that we can have more sprints, and I won't time it to overlap with someone else's sprints that are directly related to me in some way. Hi, Glenda from Shauna. I spent too long unpicking tabs, but got 3 pages in and tabbed more than I have to date. Nice. You know what, though? That's the other thing, is I don't think I mentioned it before, is that if you're someone who likes to move through books quickly, annotating, isn't it? It will slow you down. So go into it like knowing that, because I mean, it seems obvious when I say it out loud, but I think it's the type of thing that you don't necessarily think about So it will slow your process down. But that also, I think, is one of the benefits of it, because it slows your process down, so you have more time to take in what you're reading, if that makes sense. I need to head out now. Have a lovely evening, everyone. You too, lovely. That is what happened to my Haunting Adeline book. Oh, the pages thing is so annoying. And the thing is, I know I'm going to be rereading this. Like, this is the first read. I'm so frustrated. Yeah, I'm frustrated because it's the first time reading it. I'm pretty sure, was this a gift? No, this one wasn't a gift. It must have been the next book in the series that was a gift. So okay, that isn't quite as bad. I don't mind replacing it if it's not a gift. How do I get the Grinch and Max? You get that. You should automatically have access to them when you go into the emojis. Let me know if you're not getting access to them, Swank, because that is, you should automatically get that once you remember. So, which you are, because you've got your bauble next to your name. So we know that's happened. We know that's all fixed. That's concerning. Let me know if you find them in the emojis. Washi tape those loose pages. I'm going to have to. Sprints are so same. I honestly, I don't know what I did before sprints. I don't know how I got anything done. I don't think I did. Realistically, I don't think I did. It was a while that I should choose the tabs, and finally I did. Yay. I know, isn't it so good how like sprints will get you to do things that you've been putting off for ages? Break a leg, Afka. Oh yeah, that's what we need to say, isn't it? Hello Luna, how are you? And seem to be building up to needing a key with this one. Oh, rather than the random vibe colours I choose when tabbing up till now. Interesting progression there. You'll have to keep us updated on how this goes. Hi Luna from Christina. Hey Lunacha from Molly. Hi Molly, my dear friend. Hi Luna from Livia. Hi Christina from Luna. And all the hearts. Hi Livia from Luna. I was looking up more old school songs, bands for Chantel. Nice. And here's Jen's Resetathon sprints. They will start in 6 minutes. So grab that link if you want to, but you should be automatically taken there when I end this stream. But it's maybe worth having the link just in case for some reason it doesn't work. I shouldn't. No, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to jinx things. I bought transparent post-its but not used them. Yeah, I keep eyeballing them, but it's the pen thing that puts me off. When I know what pen I can use, I definitely want to give them a go. I was just going to do that, Donna. Haha, you're out of touch, Christina. Well, Christina, just relax back into it. We'll look at it as like what do they call it? You know, when you're off work sick for a while and it's like a phased return. We'll call it a phased return. Thanks for the sprints I finished before I let go and stopped again. No worries. I have transparent tabs for my non-fiction. I only annotate non-fiction books. I am a wee bit slow still. No, you're just getting back into the, flow. That's the word I was looking for. Donna, but I will get there. You absolutely will. We're just glad to have you back. That's it. I have been on my ball, Christina, and sharing for Resetathon. So cross those fingers. Yeah, honestly, Donna, you've been like you have been on Christina's level. It is hard to get to that level, but you have been there. I won't write in my hardcover books. That is why I get paperback versions and not special editions. Oh, I don't in special editions either. But I'm finding that the margins aren't as big as the hardcover versions. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Maybe it's just because they're smaller books. I don't know. I agree with your definition of annotation, Harry. Yay! All things reading related should be flexible. I feel. Make it work for you, not the other way around. I have never written in my books, but I would like to start to annotate. I just get past that not writing barrier. Don't start by writing in them. Just don't do it to start with. Because the thing is, and this is how it got me, right? Story time? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to tell a full story, but like I literally just started with the tabs. I didn't do anything else to start with. And then just gradually, I don't know how I started writing in my books, but it happened. And now I can't seem to stop. And I need to drag you in with me. Same, Alicia. I'm going to start with tabs and then see if I'll get to highlight right books. Actually, you know what? I think I've just worked it out. I think I started writing in books when I started doing buddy reads and book clubs, like running book clubs. I think that's what the trigger was for me, because I have such a terrible memory, and because I knew I had to talk about these books in quite in detail at times. I'm like, I needed to study them. So I think that's how I got over it in my head. I've never clicked onto that until just then. Same, Alicia. I'm going to start with tabs and then see if I'll get to highlight right on books. Definitely. Just go in easy. Kobo is really good for annotating. You can search your notes. Absolutely. This is why I prefer my Kobo to my Kindle as well, because just the whole process of annotating is much better. Well, I took a nap with Charlie, my dog. You obviously needed it. He snuggled right up next to me on the couch and fell asleep in the crook of my arm. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, Jen, that is adorable. See, my brain is so slow, I forgot to say hi earlier. It's all right. I heard you. You didn't say it, but I heard you anyway. So cute, Jen. Or maybe I just missed you too much. Yeah, I genuinely, I don't know how people that I haven't met in real life, I can miss this much when they're not around. I don't know how that works, but I do. So, and that must be tenfold for you, because you're literally everywhere all of the time, you know? I was annotating while lying on my bed and Simba curled into me. It was cute. Oh, found it. Oh, yay. Thank goodness. I thought I was going to have to email again and wait another week and get real mad at them again. I will send you what my haunting Adeline looks like. Yeah, please do. We can commiserate with each other. Hi, Luna from Spank. I bought something to annotate in bed. I saw it on Paula's channel and I bought it. I'll put some pics on Discord. Yes, please do. Because I need these tips. Hi, Swank from Luna. Shared in the Hermyville. Thanks, lovely. I will be sprinting on Sunday. I might set up sprinting for Friday as well, as I have a short story to translate from the English to the Norwegian. Nice. Well, we'll look out for you there. I probably won't be able to hang out with you Sunday, but I'm probably be able to hang out with you Friday. So yeah. Hey there, Livia, Swank, and Luna. Hi, Glenda. Max, Grinch. Now you understand my obsession with these emojis, right, Swank? I hear your cuckoo, yes. It's always that. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I've missed some of the chat as I'm talking to John Lewis about our your noisy freezer that shouldn't be noisy. Get them told, Dee Dee, get them told. But I've just had a notification saying that Jen is live. So thank you so much for hanging out today. Lena says hi to Dee Dee. Oh, I better check the poll that I did. So that I actually know the answer to that. Okay, cool. Thank you for participating in that poll. Because whenever I do anything for the first time, it's always useful to have feedback on it, to know, you know, if it's something that people really want. And you know, I love just an excuse to hang out with everyone. It's just an excuse, really. Look, I'm not just doing normal sprints. I'm doing something else this time. It's necessary, you know. For a bit, I thought John Lewis was a person. He was, but not this one. Remember to hydrate, have a snack, check the laundry, take your med stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell, and make sure that you add your Tetris pieces to your Tetris board if you are participating in Resetathon, because you get one just for hanging out here today. And if you tried annotating today for the first time, you get another piece for that. So yeah, haha, technically he was, but no worries, Molly, thanks. Hang on, short before long. Tack. I'm learning slowly but surely. Okay, Christina, taking a sip of water right now. Thanks for the sprints and tips. Oh, I like that. Maybe this is what we can call this series, sprints and tips. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yay! Okay. At some point, I will try and stop needing that reinforcement of me getting it right. And here is Jen's Resetathon sprint again, just in case you want to grab that link. But I will end the sprint here, and you should automatically be taken over to Jen's channel. Yay, it was so nice to see you, Luna. I feel like I haven't seen you much recently. We could seem to be ships in the night, but hopefully we can catch up properly soon. Take care, everyone. Love you. Bye.